To shed more light on the issue, we are very much delighted to be joined over the phone by Dr. Magdy Allam, the coordinator at the Global Environment Facility. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Sir, what is the importance of the meeting on assessing the progress of land allocation for the new renewable energy initiatives?
Actually, the new and renewable energy sources is one of the clean technologies that we are relying on out of the gasoline and all the crude oil usage, transferring all over the world from the actually the traditional fuel being nowadays going to the solar PV units and the wind energy, and also the high dams that we have in Aswan. The usage also of the electric supplies from the water channels coming from the Nile River and from other also sources of water resources to be used actually either for the cultivation or actually for generation of electricity. Nowadays there is a national plan in Egypt to transfer gradually from the fossil fuel to the new and renewable energy sources. As far as you can see nowadays, all over the housing in most of the 27 cities all over the country of Egypt nowadays completely depending on the solar PV units, especially those have the PV units on their surfaces, on their houses, so they can have the supply of the electricity, a clean electricity without relying on crude oil. So avoiding all the carbon loss, that is a big problem all over the world nowadays, the overusage of the crude oil. Nowadays we are relying on new and renewable energy sources, which is a completely clean technology and the clean sources, and actually reduction, a real reduction of the carbon dioxide. In addition, also to avoid the negative impacts of the sulfur and the nitrogen and also the hydrochlorofluorocarbon and the pyrofluorocarbon. So those sources of pollution nowadays are gradually being down and to transfer, and according to the Ministry of Electricity, we are nowadays maybe so near up to 45% of the total energy will be of clean technology, not fossil fuel technology.
Indeed. Sir, how do you see the state's efforts in the field of renewable energy, especially in the green hydrogen in particular?
The green hydrogen actually is a new technology, and is actually among maybe 5 countries all over the world that starting the clean technology, and among of them is the new technologies of separation of the water resources, especially from the sea level, sea current levels, not actually another sources of the Nile River. So we have the desalinization of this water and separation of the salt out of the water, and then using the green technologies. And we have up to now up to 5 companies already contracted with the authority of Suez Canal to supply only green technology. And this is already signed 5 companies, big companies, and we are starting now to separate the hydrogen out of the water. And the hydrogen nowadays, the green hydrogen, will be the main source of energy of such kind, especially for the trips all over the Suez Canal, and also using another kinds of new and renewable energies to avoid the fossil fuel. And actually Egypt may be among the 3rd country all over the world that having the position of highly position, they are relying on or actually standing on the green technology, the green era. Now we are in the green era. So separation of water and taking the oxygen in a way and taking the water in another way, this is the new methodology that we are relying on, the green technology.
Indeed. Sir, Egypt has signed 8 memoranda of understanding and 15 framework agreement with 23 companies. How do you read this, and what does it signify on Egypt's dependence now or shift for more green hydrogen and more green economy in the coming phase?
It's actually a turning point in the energy all over the world. And actually, it is the first time all over the era that we have such kind of the new and the renewable energy sources being replacing the fossil fuel. We will be avoid of fossil fuel, avoid of the coal fuel, avoid on the all the CO2 or the H4 of any sources of energy are polluting. There will be now a traditional cutting and reduction of these kinds of energy into new and renewable energy sources. This is the main impact that, because we will have so soon in Egypt, and we did start it in Egypt, even in the Quality Assurance Institute, being applying now and approved up to 12 companies already have a kind and already they have program of the clean technology out of the carbon load. And this is actually a turning point in Egypt, all over maybe the countries of Africa. We are the first one that depending on clean technology. Clean technology is something very highly and very actually appreciated by all the countries, because we will reduce the greenhouse gas impact. The greenhouse gas impact is that increasing the temperature from 1 degree per 100 years to 1 and less than 1 degree of this, to be actually out of the high temperature degrees. And in this case, actually Egypt may be among the five countries all over the state that we have nowadays with Greece and with Italy and the other 3 countries also, that we have it to change our fossil fuel without the carbon load, but decarbonated load. And maybe nowadays the unit of this is equal up to 35 at least dollars for each one. And this actually will be a new income for Egypt to depend on new and renewable energy sources, mainly depending on the PV units or the sun energy that we are relying nowadays, not the fossil fuel, not actually the coal, not any of the kind of pollutants. Now we are relying on clean technology.
Yes. Sir, how can Egypt be a central hub of energy in the region?
Again, please.
How can Egypt be a central hub for the energy in the region?
Actually, our location is very essential, because our location is a middle for all the busways coming from the north and south and east and west, which is actually a very rare situation for any countries. The other point is that we are connected between 2 basin seas. One of them is the Mediterranean Sea and the other one is the Red Sea. And we have the good impact of the using of these 2 sources of water supplies all over the Red Sea and the Mediterranean Sea. In another area also that we have now desalination systems. We are now have a cooperation with many of the 3 or up to 5 some big companies already started to establish in Egypt a new system of water availability, and this water availability actually taking all the floods and all the other used water to be refreshed and to be clean. So we can now adding the new era that we have 500,000 headbands in South Sinai only cultivated by new water resources depending on the new trends of desalination.
Yes.
So are reducing the salinity into more level that to be maybe so to the Nile River still water.
Mhm. Sir, we have to mention here that also Minister of Planning Rania Al-Mashat talked with the Japanese side tackling means of boosting investment in the field of green hydrogen, especially in the Suez Canal economic zone. How do you assess this important step as well in accordance with the initiative launched by Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli, and to what extent it is showing also our cooperation with countries like Japan in the field of renewable energy and green hydrogen in particular?
Actually, the high industrial countries, up to 20 high industry countries all over the world, are looking for more energy and new energies also. So they are looking also for the new technology. And for example, that we are compressed the biogas, transferring the gas from the coast of our Mediterranean and Egypt to be connected with Greece and Italy and the other 3 countries. We have the pipelines under the sea, the pipelines coming with the gas. Will be going to the Italy and the other 4 countries on the Mediterranean Sea. This technology actually is a very rare technology and a very effective technology, and actually giving a lot of Egypt for more energy sources. We are depending on this, using the tubes under the water of the Red Sea completely, and being connected to 5 countries in Europe, depending on our diet.
Yes. Finally, sir, to what extent this shift or the partial shift to that to now to the green energy and the renewable energy could be of could have a positive impact on the Egyptian economy in general?
Of course, because actually the fossil fuel and the petroleum will be completely fed up and closed maybe by year 45. And this is actually being done between all the experts all over the world, that all of the globe will transfer into new and renewable energy sources. So this is the successful of Egypt to have connection of many companies involved in this new and renewable energy sources to replace the fossil oil. And completely, maybe nowadays, when we see on our road coming from Cairo to Alexandria, you will see some stations. This station actually depending completely on electricity supply without any of the fossil fuel or benzene or gasoline, completely depending on new and renewable energy sources. And so easy nowadays. And by the way, the company of Al-Nasr in Alwan starting to do also the new electric cars, completely done by the Egyptian government.
Indeed. Dr. Magdy Allam, coordinator at the Global Environment Facility. Jeff, thank you so much for your precious input. Our dear viewers will go to a short break, and after that we'll be back to continue our segments in Cairo local time. So stay tuned.